Welcome to Chapter 6 of our English Grammar series. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the past continuous tense. This tense is used to describe actions that were happening or were in progress at a specific time in the past. By the end of this lesson, you will understand how to form sentences, ask questions, and use this tense confidently in your daily conversations. So let us get started. The first use of the past continuous tense is for actions that were interrupted or that were happening at a specific time in the past. Imagine you are doing something, and then something else happened and stopped or interrupted that action. For example, I was reading a book when she called me. Here, the reading was the ongoing action, and the phone call was the interruption. Another example, while I was eating dinner, the phone rang. Notice how the ongoing action uses the past continuous, and the interruption uses the simple past tense. Now let us look at the sentence structure for the past continuous tense. The formula is simple. Subject plus was or were, plus the verb in its ing form, plus the object. But when do we use was, and when do we use were? We use was with the pronouns I, he, she, and it, as well as with singular subjects like John or my brother. We use were with you, we, and they, as well as with plural subjects like John and Mary. For example, I was drinking coffee, we were drinking coffee. Notice the only difference is the helping verb, was, or were. Let us talk about the signal words or clue words that help us identify when to use the past continuous tense. The most common signal words are while and when. While introduces the ongoing action. For example, while I was sleeping, a thief came to my home. When introduces the interruption. For example, I was reading a book when she called me. Other clue words include yesterday, last night at 6 p.m., at this time last night, and this morning. Whenever you see these words in a sentence, it is a strong hint that you should use the past continuous tense. The second use of the past continuous tense is for parallel actions. This means two actions that were both happening at the same time in the past. For example, I was studying while he was sleeping. Notice that both actions use the past continuous tense because both were ongoing at the same time. Here are more examples. I was watching TV while you were sleeping. My brother was watching TV while I was reading. The keyword while is commonly used to connect two parallel actions. Now let us look at positive sentences using the subject I. Number 1. I was reading a book when she called me. Number 2. I was cooking dinner when Peter arrived. Number 3. While I was eating dinner, the phone rang. Number 4. I was going to college when you saw me. Number 5. I was working in a bank this time last year. Number 6. I was going home when the rain started. Number 7. I was playing tennis at 7 o'clock this morning. Number 8. I was doing my homework at this time yesterday. Number 9. I was watching TV when the power went out. Number 10. While I was sleeping, a thief came to my home. Notice how each sentence has an ongoing action in the past, continuous, and an interruption in the simple past. Let us now see how the sentences change when we use he or she as the subject. With he, we say, he was reading a book when she called him. He was cooking dinner when Peter arrived. He was going to college when I saw him. He was working in a bank this time last year. He was playing tennis at 7 o'clock this morning. He was watching TV when the power went out. Now with she was reading a book when he called her. She was cooking dinner when Peter arrived. She was going to college when I saw her. Notice that with he and she, we always use was, not were. The verb form stays the same, only the pronoun and object change. Now let us look at sentences with you, we, and they. Remember, with all of these subjects, we use were, not was. With you, you were reading a book when she called you. You were cooking dinner when Peter arrived. With we were reading a book when she called us. We were cooking dinner when Peter arrived. We were going home when the rain started. We were watching TV when the power went out. With they were reading a book when she called them. They were cooking dinner when Peter arrived. They were going home when the rain started. They were watching TV when the power went out. The key point here is you, we, and they always take were. Now let us learn how to form positive questions, also called yes or no questions. To make a question, we simply move was or were to the beginning of the sentence. The structure is was or were plus the subject plus the verb in ing form plus the object and a question mark. With was, we ask questions like, was I playing tennis at 7 o'clock this morning? Was he reading a book when she called him? Was she going to college when you saw her? With were, we ask, were you reading a book when she called you? Were you cooking dinner when Peter arrived? Were they doing their homework at this time yesterday? The answer to these questions would be, yes I was, or no I was not. Here are some commonly used past continuous tense sentences that you can use in your daily life. Number 1. I was traveling on a bus to Chennai when I lost my purse. Number 2. I was studying degree when I got married. Number 3. I was watching TV while you were sleeping. Number 4. I was writing an exam at this time yesterday. Number 5. My brother and I were watching TV when you called. Number 6. I was taking my children to the park when you saw me. Number 7. I was searching for my car keys when you called me. Number 8. I was working in Hyderabad when I got promotion. Number 9. I was waiting for my friend when you saw me at the bus stop. Number 10. I was reading my lessons until midnight yesterday. Try to practice these sentences by replacing the subjects and verbs with your own daily activities. Finally, let us look at WH questions in the past continuous tense. With what, we ask questions like, what were you doing when Peter called last night? What was he watching on TV when you saw yesterday? With where were you going at 5 o'clock yesterday evening? Where was your brother going at 5 o'clock yesterday? With who, there are two types. When who is the subject, we say who was watching TV at midnight yesterday? Who was waiting for you here this morning? When who is not the subject, we say who were you talking to on the phone last night? With why were you shouting at him this morning? Why was Peter beating his son last night? Practice making your own WH questions using different verbs and subjects. Let us quickly summarize what we have learned in this chapter. The past continuous tense has two main uses. Use 1 for actions that were interrupted at a specific time in the past. Use 2 for two parallel actions that were happening at the same time. The structure is subject plus was or were plus the verb in its ing form plus the object. Remember, use was with I, he, she and it. Use were with you, we, and they. For practice, take all the sentences from this lesson and try changing the subjects. Also try converting positive sentences into negative sentences and questions. The more you practice, the more natural this tense will feel in your everyday conversations. Thank you for learning with us and keep practicing.